Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Turtlecast. And yes, it's still winter and freezing weather here in UK, so I decided to stay in my shell hoodie. So yeah, I will stay warm. It probably shouldn't be a freezing weather anymore after the weekend, at least that's the forecast, but we'll see. It was really cold last couple days. And Chessus for you is saying it's snowing there. It's not snowing here. It's just very cold here in UK. And let me say hi to people in the chat. Oh, look at that. First, there is Elemental Exposure joining Turtle's army. Thank you a lot for your financial support. Thank you and welcome. And may the shell be with you, Elemental Exposure. And then, who do I welcome in the chat? Crocdog, Spiteful Anger, Mr. Nimbus, Pots1000, B. Yoni, Cookie Crisp, Radrop, TFE Archive, RHPS 4711, I'm Peaceful Gamer, Chris Zimmerman, Thai Art is Burger, TC97, Inkslinger, Adefion Jack, Nomis Chesses for you, Robco, Harrison Fnord, Dan K, Jules, Veronica Wilson, Stratton Small, Justin Terrence, and Mr. Rancid. Welcome everyone to the Turtlecast. And yes, the standard program for today, so we'll check right now if there is any new inside the vault. I don't know yet, I didn't check. Then I answer your questions from the Discord. I will probably mention Starfield before we start and go over anything else, as I had an opportunity to test quickly the latest patch. At first, is there new inside the vault? There is none. Okay, so our A team is still on the holiday, looks like, as there is no new inside the vault. And yes, Fallout 76 does have A-team development, as B-team is clearly Starfield. Oh, Jules, thank you a lot for 5 quid, appreciate that. And Jules say, good job, thumbs up, Foxy emoji thing. Thank you a lot, Jules. Thank you for 5 quid. So, about the Starfield. Starfield, unfortunately, I would like to say something else, but unfortunately, the B team is developing Starfield at this moment for sure. I don't know if it was ever developed by any A team, but by the update. They mention 100 bug fixes in patch notes. And I tested my game. I cannot tell for everyone, but none of bugs plaguing my game have been fixed. None. Zero. Zero bugs fixed. So, my ship shields still bug out. My ship stats are still affected by my character weapon skills that do not work on my character, only show on weapons on the ship, does not affect the ship weapons, only show on the stats, and do not work on regular weapons. I talk about hip fire accuracy that's supposed to happen. It's not happening. Then one of my broken ships that spawns under the map, still under the map. My shields, if I decide to save and load in space, destroyed, bug out. Not fixed. One quest that I couldn't progress, I still cannot progress. One of my ship technicians that is missing is still missing. Basically, nothing changed. I have just a small, I'm not sure 100%. Something could have changed as the graphics seems to get worse. So probably the stability fix affect graphics negatively. I don't know. That's Starfield. So I'm super happy that for Fallout 76 we have the A team. If I compare even the smallest patch for Fallout 76, it's 10 times better than big patch for Starfield. So that means something. The big patch for Starfield is worse than the smallest patch we ever get for Fallout 76. So absolutely, Fallout 76 team is way better. And for everyone who's claiming that we are getting a B team, then what kind of team is Starfield getting? F team? I don't know. Definitely way below what Fallout 76 is getting. Oh, special message from Monkey Nuts, our member for a year now, saying hi Turtle, 12 months and counting. Great job, keep going. We absolutely will. So everyone, Fallout 76 is good. Much better than Starfield. Imagine the outrage if I would said that when Starfield launched. With all the brand new fans of Starfield, if I would even dare to mention that Starfield is worse, much worse than Fallout 76. But it is truth at this moment. Oh, what they did fix, they treat Starfield like a multiplayer game. Like worse than they approach Fallout sometimes. They did fix the glitch that people could do to get free legendary weapons. They fixed that. And it's not like it was game breaking. You were doing it intentionally and it would not happen by accident to you. So why that needed to be fixed? First they fix a glitch that allow people to get credits. Then they fix a glitch allowing people to get legendary weapons. What is next? Do you remember the good old times when you purchase a single player games and they have been cheat codes for the game? What happened to that approach? It's single player game. If someone want to mod it, cheat it, however you call it, why it's not allowed? That's beyond my comprehension. Why not? It's not multiplayer. You are not ruining anyone else's experience if you give yourself credits or legendary weapons. Why focus on that being not possible? What's next? We'll only be able to play single player games if we'll be connected to the internet with anti-cheat detection running on our PC? I don't know. That does look like direction we're going into. So basically, single player games will be a multiplayer games without multiplayer option. That would be the difference. Mr. Nibus is saying, I patched Starfield off my PC last month. Oh, patch it off. That's an approach. I don't want it off. I want it fixed. I enjoy the game. I still think it's a really good game, but those bugs need to be fixed. Yeah, I know we can still cheat with console command on PC, but it's not possible to cheat this way on consoles, and consoles should be allowed to use cheat codes too. Why not? Oh, Monkey Nuts, thank you a lot for gifting a membership. Appreciate that. And membership goes to Justin Terrence. Welcome to Tertu's army, and may the shell be with you. So that's rant about Starfield, but it's the same company. It's Bethesda making Starfield. And it's Bethesda making Fallout 76. And it's Bethesda making Elder Scrolls. How is it possible that so hype game that they said will be a new big franchise is just left behind like that? I mean, not totally left behind. They promise patches every 6 weeks. But if those patches will be like this one, not fixing anything, even though they do list 100 fixes, then I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And I'm really happy that Fallout 76 is not getting Starfield treatment. We are lucky to get scoreboard every time, proper fixes to bugs, like even fast travel bug was finally fixed, so it's no longer on the roster of bugs for Fallout 76. All the most annoying bugs of Fallout 76 have been fixed. And none of the most annoying bugs for Starfield have been fixed so far, and it's half a year since launch. So that's something. So bad we still have no Inside the Vault, as I was hoping there will be public test server announced by now. It is not, so we don't know when it will open, and I'm really eager to see this new armor set. I want to see what it will be doing, as first time it appeared on last public test server, but there was no good explanation what it would actually do. You can still see the video on my channel when I'm showcasing what was there, but it was not ready, so it have been delayed. It's supposed to drop in March, and it's supposed to be with the next public test server to be checked out. First travel glitch is not fixed on Xbox? How is that possible? I ask people on every platform, it is fixed, unless you have some different problem. And I'm not claiming Fallout 76 is bug-free, but if you compare it to Starfield, you can call it bug-free. So for the Starfield standards, we are bug-free. But it took a time. Yeah, it took time. It's 5 years of Fallout 76. But in the same time, at least we know that the money we are paying for all those super overpriced Atom Shop items are not disappearing. They are, at least, I will not say they are using all the income to improve Fallout, but they are at least using some of this income to work on Fallout. So yeah, that's for sure. I feel better when I know that at least portion of my money that I'm paying is going towards the game development and not entirely towards the Microsoft pocket. So I'm happy about that. And for Starfield, I don't know what's the plan at this point. I'm a little bit afraid. They didn't announce the DLC that's supposed to drop, and I paid for. So I purchased the premium to have early access and the first DLC. Hopefully some game-breaking bugs will get fixed before the DLC, but at this point I don't know. And now let me answer your questions from Discord. Can Discord start? Okay, it's starting. Oh, before I answer the question, I will just quickly check if there are any Bethesda announcements. If you don't know, Bethesda has a Discord server and they have announcement there for Fallout 76 and Starfield. And there is no new announcements. Oh, there is one new for Starfield. Steam beta bugs. They reopen the bug threads where we can report bugs. So maybe I should just type again that those bugs are not fixed. I don't know. Do you think that will help, or I just take time out of my day for absolutely no reason? And it will not get fixed. I don't know. I will think about it, if it's worth it, as I feel like there is no feedback from Starfield. At least not the same that we are getting from Fallout test server, when there is some feedback and the bugs are actually getting fixed. So that's a different story. Now, ask the turtle section, and there's, I think, only 3 messages. I mean, 3 questions. So that's maybe good. Quick to answer. Change the view. There we go. Oh wait, that's new too. Wait, which one is new then? Last week. Calendar. Discord is not showing correctly what is new. From 12. Okay, so those. So more than 3 questions. I have heard that PlayStation users have stability issues, but I have started crashing daily using PC to play. Are other PC users having the same issue? I play on PC and I don't. I can tell you that. You can try switching some settings for the graphics, or switching between full screen and borderless full screen. Next. Hi Turtle. Over the holiday I got my daughter her first PC. It was awesome daddy-daughter time building it together, and her first game of choice was Fallout 76. We've been playing together and she's already past level 50. Now I want to equip her with some good gear. She wants to play as a bloody stealth commando like me, assuming I can roll unyielding set. Oh, I think I answered that last time. Oh yeah, I answered that. Okay, so that's not new. This one is new. No, that's 7. Okay, I should pay attention to our. I answered that. This one is new. And about the armors, I already read that. Combat armor. Heavy combat armor is the most universally good that can be traded. A beer. Show me the best build for a grenade launcher and so on. So check my build playlist. There is so on and there is Rainmaker, so that's for grenade launcher. Hello Turtle. Please post a link to download the full quality image for the map for the donation boxes. Map for the donation boxes. I can check in a moment. Hi IT. Hope you are well. Do you think at any point in the future they will add more legendary perk cards to the list? I would like to see a food and chem card to free up special slots. I don't know if they will. That would be nice if they add more. For this moment, I don't think there will be more anytime soon. Next, hi Mr. Turtle. I know you have dealt with this on a video a while ago, but does the empath mutation work? I believe it works if you are on a team with strength in numbers and others have the empath mutation. I know you did a video about it and the way it works with Speed Demon, but does it still benefit players? Yes, empath mutations still work and it does stack with Speed Demon and it does stack with other teammate empath. So the most benefit player can have is if there would be 2 empaths on his team. So yes, the stack and up to 2. After that, it will not give you any more benefits. Although, if you want to benefit yourself, and you have empath, you still need 2 other people with empath, so that will be 3 people with empath to max out the benefit for everyone equally. Next, hi Mr. T. Just a question regards the next update and potential new armor. Is it power armor or non-power armor or both? In example, something that might replace Secret Service or Overeater's power armor. Saved about 650 stamps and same for modules so far. So it's supposed to be regular armor. Will there be power armor as well? It is possible, as it does look like there is some kind of new power armor from the trailers earlier on, although it could have been just a paint. So we'll see if more, but definitely regular armor. Hi Mr. Turtle, I just got a quad explosive fixer on my VAT stealth commando. Does the explosive damage knock me out of stealth if there are other mobs around to hear it? No, it's not how it works. And that's the last question, so I can switch the camera. It's not how it works, although even though explosions do not directly affect the stealth detection from enemies is triggered every time they got hit. So if you have explosive weapons, they will get hit with initial impact and with explosions separately. So they're hitting twice per shot, which triggers the detection twice as much than if it's non-explosive fixer. On top of that, if explosion will hit multiple enemies, explosion will trigger the detection event for all those enemies hit. So that's why explosive seems to make you detect it more often, because it does, but it's not the mechanic that they hear it. They don't really hear it per se, but they get hit more often. Only you can hear this explosion. Enemies just treat it as silent because you have suppressor on your weapon. So they cannot hear it, but they can feel it. Oh, that's how you should how I should put it. They cannot hear your explosions, but they can feel them. So yeah, that's how it works. Now, let me see if I can paste this map there on Discord. I should still have it somewhere, I think. Or do I? Oh, I don't know what I did with it. Oh, that's a problem. I don't know if I saved the map with those boxes anywhere, or is it gone already? I don't see it, so... Oh, maybe in different folder. Maybe I saved it in here. Oh, I saved it in different folder. Okay, got it. Okay, it's on Discord. Under Ask the Turtle section. At least for now. Donation boxes. I don't know why you need high resolution map for that. They're not hard to find, but yeah, here it is. Back in the chat. Let me see what I missed. At least the last page, maybe not everything. £11 is a good price for what? I think I missed something. They cannot add fusion cores to ammo box storage as they have different charge levels. That's the reason. But I would like it if they will at least let us add fusion cores that are full charge. Does carnivore and herbivore work if you have them both, or does it cancel? You cannot have them both. If you have carnivore, herbivore serum will no longer work, and other way around. So you can only have one. It's intentional, as otherwise you will have no benefit from either. A side effect cannot be reduced. So if you will be able to get herbivore and carnivore at the same time, you will not be able to eat anything. Mr. Eve was saying about enemies and detection, so they are just like customer support. They can't hear anything. Good one. The best armor for run and gun commando is Secret Service. Secret Service is almost the best armor for everything. There are some small exceptions, like stealth. Arctic Marine is weaker than Secret Service or Recon. It does give you a little bit of cryo resistance, but there is no reason to use it, unfortunately. I wish it would not be the case, but it is. Did I try dot damage when paired with executioners? No, I did not. But that's a good question. Anyone has executioner's machete? So I will try. Oh, chess is for you. Thank you a lot for 5 donated memberships. And who do I welcome? I welcome Thai Artist Burger, Team, Dr. Atomic, Tracy McKenna, and CT. Welcome to Turtles Army, and may the shell be with you. And by the way, after the Turtlecast, as always, we have a members hangout. So we'll be together in Fallout 76, doing some daily stuff, the daily chores. I don't think we should get a specific additional stash box for cores. No, thank you. We don't need additional specific stash box for cores. No, just let us store a full ones inside the regular ammo storage. That would be awesome. For now, I'm storing them on the mules. That's the solution. What would be a reasonable price for fixer plan? Oh, those plans are much lower price than they used to be. I think at this moment around 2k is still reasonable to get for it. No, Chris, you cannot have both carnivore and herbivore. the serum, when you take it, let's say you are carnivore, only removes the side effects, so you can eat plant-based foods, but they will not be boosted, so they will be still useless compared to meat buffs. As carnivore basically gives you double the benefit, and if you have strength in numbers, it's 2.5 multiplier. And because most of the buffs have equivalents for herbivore and carnivore, with some exceptions that are exclusive to one or the other, then whatever is getting the boost is better. Demosic with a question about Elder's Mark. Should you have science cards? No. If Elder's Mark is the weapon that you are using exclusively, then no. The science cards are for energy weapons and plasma weapons, so basically energy weapons. And I have them under my last video because Enclave Plasma work with them and Tesla works with them. And I cannot imagine a commando build without Tesla on hand at this point, especially for the events and crowd control scenario. It's just so powerful with those science perks. Tesla is even better than before. You have Executioner's Explosive Kabloom, and it's pretty strong. Oh, so you play with this already. Did you notice if there is any difference in dot damage when enemies drop to under 40% health? Is dot accelerating or not? It's hard to tell. If you are not familiar with Executioners, like whoever in the chat is not familiar with it, this one effect is different than any other legendary because it applies on the enemy, what makes it multiplicative with all the damage. Unlike Blooded that affects your base damage of the weapon, Executioners affect your total damage when enemies' health drop under 40%. So that's a different mechanic for Executioners, and I'm curious if that works with Dot. Yeah, I would love to have a button to collect all ammo from dead bodies. That would be handy. For now, all I can do is collect all and then try to figure out what I collected and I don't need. It's not too bad for the most part. After scrapping weapons and armor and storing all the scrap, it works if you just collect all. Oh, Straw Hat, you have a random glitch during event that causes super mutants to do radiation damage. Oh, I heard about that. I don't know what's causing that. I heard about it from someone else, but I never experienced radiation damage from super mutants. Are you sure you did not get a disease that caused to get radiation damage or damage generally from wounds? I think there is a disease that can give you rats when you are taking damage. I missed your question, Jules. Where was your question? Oh, what would I choose armor-wise for up close and personal shotgun wielded? That's still Secret Service. Like, every time you need to tank damage, Secret Service is superior to any other armor choice. Only power armor at this moment is better than set of Secret Service. Oh, I don't mind picking up grenades and 40 mil grenades and Messiah and mini nukes, as now I can store them in my Fallout First tent. So I do collect those too. Does Explosive Crusader work with Cryo Mag? Yeah, it works with any mag, I think, with exception of Energy Mag. They patched this one. For Nuka grenades, do you need rifle with perforating mag? Preferably yes. Yeah, you should be looking for a rifle with perforating magazine. Heavy weapon will not be the same. And if you can, rifle with perforating magazine and prime receiver on it. The bonus to Scorch will apply too. And Thorn is good for melee. I still need to craft an unyielding set of Thorn armor. I'm collecting steel, so soon I will be trying to craft it. Demosic, if you are maining Elder's Mark, yeah, keep running the Elder's Mark dedicated build. The latest commando build is just for every commando weapon, basically. Oh, TFE Archive, you try to test executioners on dot, but it's hard to tell. Yeah, that's quite often a problem with Fallout. In case of some scenarios, it's hard to tell if something is working or is not. I know this pain. Especially sometimes when the difference between one and other thing is so small, like in my last video, when I was attempting to showcase difference between anti-armor and bloodied on the boss, the difference was really small. I managed to find a clip when it was visible and zoom in like crazy. So it's the only reason it was so visible in this video. It was 400% zoom on the health bar of the Titan. In reality, that was 2 pixels. So really not much of a difference. When I was comparing amount of ammo used with Blooded versus anti-armor, so Blooded won by using, I think, 5 bullets less. So from 80 to 75 bullets. So that really wasn't a big difference. Faster fire rate on a railway rifle? Yeah, it's good. It's not necessary, but faster fire rate on anything that you use for boss fights is good. And yeah, there is a problem with server lag. If your hits do not register, then you are better off with more crit damage than with faster fire rate. If your crits do register, faster fire rate do more DPS. I tested that on private server, so very responsive server, and then you can see that faster fire rate is a clear winner. But in real case scenario, I really like more crit damage weapons, just because I'm not sure if server is not lagging too much for me to use fire rate of 100. Oh, Bruce, you are trying to get Unyielding Thorn too? Yeah, I need it. I need Unyielding Thorn for my dot build. Crackdog is looking for bloodied, faster fire rate Gatling laser. Ultra sight Gatling laser. I have one like that, but I need it. Sorry. I cannot give you that. And it's not even about FPS, about private server. It's about server response. If server is overwhelmed in Fallout, unfortunately, the data is being dropped. So your damage is being dropped in this case. Or as I demonstrated in case of rapid spamming and opening presents from Scorch, rewards have been dropped. So basically you open too fast, server cannot register it as fast, some of the rewards are dropped and you never get them. So that's the same problem with damage. It seems to handle damage a little bit better than opening gifts, but still, if you have a lot of people, and a lot of people with faster fire rate, some of the damage will get dropped. But still, I think that's better than what it was in the past. In the past, when you overwhelmed the server, that was how magic weapons started. If there was more damage than server was able to calculate, for some reason, server was over-calculating the damage, so you were able to evaporate the boss with like Stalker's light machine gun. Because there was just so much damage. And then server was losing some of it, overcompensating and giving so much damage to the Scotch because she was dead in one clip. Is there any practical difference in damage with concentrated fire card level 1 and level 3? I think I covered that in the video a long time ago. I'm pretty sure it's still accurate. It's 1% damage per rank of the card. So level 1 is 1% bonus damage. Level 3 is 3% damage. I don't know if you really need it for damage purposes, but there is damage increase. 1% per rank. Ridiculously low, so I don't know if that's what they wanted, but it is there. Rolling anything specific, incredibly hard. You can see me sometimes when I'm streaming and I need some particular weapon for testing on custom world, attempting to roll it. On bad day, it can take 20 minutes to get one weapon, rapidly re-rolling. So you see how bad your odds are to get what you want if you need to farm for ingredients. Luck does not affect legendary rolls, only your personal luck, not your character luck. And better rolls, it's just impression. The rolls do not have weight. So when you are rolling for legendary, at least based on information from data miners, there is no value of quality. I do understand in other games when you have different qualities attached to different prefixes, let's say, then game can determine which are better and which are worse. But here in Fallout, they all coded the same, so they have equal value for the game. So it cannot grant you a better one because in game files, better ones do not exist. There are just different ones. So they all drop equally. But yeah, there is such a thing as no real randomness in video games, and generally in case of computers, there is no real randomness. So depend what kind of seeding for your roles you have on the server, it can affect that you will see more of one or the other effect. But it's still pretending to be random. So if you will roll long enough, you will get any combination of legendary effects. I tested that through the custom server. If I stay even on one server, if I'll be rolling long enough, I will get what I want. But sometimes it can take ridiculously long, and sometimes it can be third roll. So that's randomness. Yeah, eviction notice is the best event for getting your legendaries. Okay, any more questions that I can answer before we head for that member hangout part? As unfortunately, there was no Inside the Vault, there was no announcement for Fallout just yet. Starfield was a disappointment, so I cover all that I had to cover for today, unless you have any questions. And the suggestions on farming pepper. Yeah, in Expedition, if you go into the pit, in the kitchen, they have a lot of pepper. Outside of that, Helvetia is spawning a lot of pepper in a restaurant and in a honey house. Oh, and White Spring. Yeah, White Spring, good for salt and pepper. The club, golf club. What's the best heavy energy weapon? Gatling Plasma. We are play Fallout 3 or New Vegas. I did play New Vegas and I finished it quite a while ago. I was even streaming that. And Fallout 3, I'm not coming back to Fallout 3 for now. Too poor graphics, but I will play Fallout 4 when next gen drops. Fixer versus Eldermark. I do have a full video comparing the two. Quick answer, Eldermark wins. At least for pure DPS perspective. There are other differences, but purely for DPS, Eldermark win. Full video, if you want, you can find on my channel. And that being said, thank you very much everyone for tuning in for the Turtlecast. And members, we are heading for the Hangout now. So you are welcome to click on the link and I will be live there in a minute or two. Depends how long YouTube will take to process from one to another. And everyone else, I hope to see you tomorrow. We are streaming, as always, Fallout 76 Adventures of the Grind. And see you there. Bye.